Right, where's the music? Where is the music? Music. I have to tune it down a bit. Alright, this should be good enough. Right? Yeah. Let me just post an announcement in a couple of places on this live stream, and then, well, I probably greet everyone and start. Getting up of a 2.5 hour long recording session into a live stream is not a healthy habit. Good thing for me. And post it in a couple of places. Jesus. I suppose we got quite a bit of sleep this time around, but it seems that's still not enough. Stop. Give me one short moment. Hello, Jay. Alright, I have a time. I swear, having dogs around and 3 other people that could probably help take care of them while I am live streaming this one time of the day would be cool. It would be. Alright. This has been posted, this has been posted. Yeah, alright, everything's here. Alright, hello and welcome everyone to another live stream. Where, well, tonight, well, it is something special, as we might know. Because tonight we're doing a art contest alongside live streaming. So, I'll very quickly explain the rules of the contest. Well, I also will be gathering some reference material for myself because, well, since you guys will be drawing fantasy stuff, then I'm also drawing fantasy stuff. So let me just pull on my disk. I need to grab stuff from my comic studio. Alright, so the first thing is that tonight's art contest, of course, is nothing. It's not really competitive in the sense that some other art contests that I have participated in have been, because well, you're only competing for a $60 commission from me, and what I will be judging and what my other crow judges will be judging, which is our unpaid intern and Krampus, is mostly the effort you put into your work, which might be difficult to judge. We'll try our best. It will be accompanied by visual quality, of course. And well, what else can I say? The important thing for your works is to, as said, follow the theme, which is fantasy, which is essentially, you can draw almost anything from before early modernity. Like Renaissance is fine, medieval times are fine, Neolithic, in ancient times, whatever. Like, as long as it's not around close to the Second World War, of the First World War style-wise, you're good. So that's one thing. And yeah, about submitting. So first thing is you have to comment during the live stream to even be able to enter. And second thing is, after you draw your image, it can be a physical drawing, it can be a digital drawing, it can be, oh god, what's it called? Like an image burned into wood. Essentially any sort of art that results in a picture image, like not sculptures or things like that. Then once you have that, you have to take a photo, a screenshot, or just export the file as a PNG or something like that, and send it over to my email address, which is down below in the description. And yeah, the deadline is tomorrow, the time when live streams end, so around 10 PM GMT Scotland. That might be just GMT right now. We had that time change recently, so it might be an hour there or here. I'm not sure how that affects the time zones. But yeah, that's mainly it when it comes to the rules of the contest. Anything else, honestly, what you want to draw is completely up to you. It can be a character, it can be weapons, vehicles, animals, whatever you want. As long as it fits. Well, guess I'll decide it later. Is there any more concept art I should get? The Culture Beast. Floramians are not something that I should probably get the concept art of from now. Yeah, because these are tribals, so... I'll drop in the comment pages if you have probably as concept art. I mean, probably I will do it. Krampus is really good with shading. It's the other way around, I think, how they should be arranged, but actually no, I think it's okay. Yeah, because this is a Western comic, not a manga. It's just something that I've recently started having problems with, like, remembering which way the different types of page layout go with the comic formats. Maybe just a me problem, but it is something that I'm struggling with as of recent. Alright, time to start sketching this bad boy. So, let's see. Do I have any descriptions of Knar? So what I'll be drawing tonight is a concept art, or rather, I'll just try to draw the character for the protagonist of this fantasy comic that me and Krampus are working on. Because we still haven't drawn him, and well, sooner or later we'll get to the part where we have to draw him, and that will be tonight. The tribe is known for leatherworking and alchemy. Alright, first will be the pose, and then I'll worry about the clothing design. Let's see. So this should come a strong and capable warrior for the older one. But he is stoic. So probably an upright pose. What is his main weapon? Let me just do like a guideline, so... Guiding line for his spine. Where the heck is the battle scene? Would be a combat pose for a creature like this. I want like a dynamic pose, so the torso, let's say these are the legs. Torso is like this. Now, I mean, I'll keep it here, but that's not the pose that I want. Just looking up to the side. Yeah, no, that's gonna be a bit too mobile. Yeah, too mobile. Yeah, that looked like something. Let's go in that direction. Right. Now I go into like here. Yeah, more or less good enough. How many fingers do they have on their feet? 3, I guess? I think so. Yeah, 3 seems to be the case. I have one more sketch actually you look at. Nope, they have a 4-1. Okay, I have this old concept art for line pins that is really slow in here. It's still useful for me for the body shape. classical or squarish head. The ears are at the back of the head. Are they? Yeah, they're at the back. Like they start around here-ish. Let's be far because this is the area with the eyes. More exaggerated features. Maybe instead of holding something, you should just be standing out with it, like arm off to the side, and doing some sort of gesture. Maybe a clenched fist so that he's giving like an order to stop or something like that. Actually, maybe not a clenched but an open one. forgot about the hand shape. Alright. Can do it a bit lower than this. Now we're dropping this hand, this arm pose. What should we be doing? What should he be doing with this arm of his? I guess maybe holding his weapon, whatever it will be. I guess some sort of hatchet or axe, like a tribal one. Okay. Oh yeah, and the tail. I almost forgot the tail. Alright, time to start adding the other details of the character sketch, I guess. what it's for. Probably some sort of leather decoration for him. I definitely want a deer skull on one of his shoulders. Hope you're having fun with your drawings and designs, because this is definitely an interesting challenge for me, doing this right now. So yeah, so why does he have to have a deer skull as part of his armor is fairly important, because it's part of the character design. Essentially, this character is the chieftain of two different tribes. And one of them specializes in working with deer skulls, antlers, bones, etc. Essentially doing products from hunting deers and other sort of game, while his tribe specifically focuses on alchemy and a little bit of leather working. So him having both of the skulls essentially symbolizes that he is the chieftain of two different tribes that are joined together as one, which essentially after his death would mean that the two tribes would become one, since the other leader of the tribe is the shaman, that is essentially his wife, she's from the other tribe, and she would also become the leader of this tribe, or probably his son, since he just comes of age the moment the story starts, but still he is the offspring of the two of them, so that's still like a connection between both tribes. Like a rope tying the armor together, and he'd have like this fur of that, fuck it, let's say a fox. Because it would be bright and orangish, so that's inherently more regal than something brownish or other color. Then have the tail like hang from his shoulder, essentially, as this sort of decoration. The rope goes around here. And then I could weave into this the antlers of a stag. So let's say those antlers go like... Look how they are very... And this would go into the fur itself so that it's connected with the fur. Of course, we'll give him a loincloth. You should probably have a knife. Oh, and the bag with potions, because they are potion makers, but how could I represent that? They don't do glass. I guess they would hold them in either wooden or leather containers. I guess having a bunch of like leather water skins essentially, but with different markings for different potions.
They are a fairly well-off tribe, like compared to their people. Since this is a union of two tribes, they are very rich. So I can do some more expensive decorations. And a knife. I need to throw the knife somewhere. I love the scaffold rope, the scabbard rope. And just throw it on the other hip. Like the claw of some beast. Now for the rest of his design. I'll start doing this on a different layer. I don't want to fuck up the clothing. So he has those two massive braids. I mean, not exactly braids, they're just tied hair. He also has braids, I think. Like extends from the back of his head. Just goes like this. Extends from the back of his head, goes over, forward. It's very much like decorational. Even not decoration, it's decorating him. And what else does he have in it? The different sorts of jewelry. That's more so in the ears. Just like massive earrings. And a smaller one next to it. And I think that's the ones I'll keep because the other ones are not visible. Alright! Yeah, I think that's the sketch for the guy. Boy oh boy, this is gonna be difficult. Alright, time to get to drawing. I'll just change the color of this to black. And erase the stuff underneath the hair. It doesn't have to be visible. And it will only get in the way. Alright. Alright. Time to start sketching. Not sketching, the actual fucking drawing of him. Okay. Okay. I am caught up on reading whatever the fuck was going on. Let's start. I need to get this thing closer to me so that I can get a better look at what his facial structure was supposed to be like. Is supposed to be like. Huh. Just a quick reminder that until tomorrow 10 p.m. We have this contest going on that if you want to participate in, you have to drop a comment in the chat. So if you want to have a chance at getting a commission from me for essentially free, only like an hour or two of effort, then drop a comment. The theme for the contest is fantasy, so you can draw whatever you want. That's within the theme. As you can see, I'm drawing a tribal lichen, so, It doesn't have to be dragons or wizards. Though it can be. I do love me some dragons. His brows are so thick they protrude out of his skull. Damn. Those are some thick eyebrows. So we managed to do some good progress today on the Ready or Not challenge run. We did like 3 missions after being stuck on one of the missions for like 2-3 recording sessions. So yeah, good progress. Yeah. And we've moved to another one that's fairly simple to do, so it shouldn't take that long. So soon enough, we'll be at the halfway point. We do be musicking in this place. Yeah, for the next week's live stream, I'll probably find a new couple new music tracks so that they can actually randomize Oh yeah, one thing, because we have reached the end of the month, the April's last live stream, so that will be the 27th of April, that won't be happening, because I have to be at my work that day, and I finish work at the time we start live streams normally. So, yeah. I'll spend my day off that day. Rather, my live stream day off. If anyone has any suggestions what color or patterns this character's fur should have, then feel free to drop them. They are supposed to be a fairly stoic leader character. You know, they're the leader of a tribe. What else can I say? They're a competent warrior, not so much strategist, but they're still decent. They are very set. This character is very set in their ways and isn't exactly open for change in the world. So what they believe in is fairly what they will more or less keep believing in. So yeah, they're close-minded. That's the word. I just need to save this file so that I don't lose it. Let's see. Also, if you're watching, please do, if you're enjoying, please do drop a like or maybe a subscribe. You know, it really helps. Everything helps. Anything, honestly. Okay, now our concept art. Save. Alright. The skull. Back to the skull. Yeah, something with black or white stripes could probably work. Especially since it would contrast well with the fox coat that he has on his torso. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Now, I know that I'm committing a sin when it comes to concept art because, I mean, maybe you disagree, but he doesn't exactly have much personality in his design. By that I mean, for example, battle scars or any distinguishing features or things like that. But this is a comic character, which they will gain those as the story progresses to signify the amount of things that have happened to the character, but also be used as a storytelling device. So that's why the baseline design for him is a bit basic. And also there's no guarantee that all of the parts of the design that I'm trying right now will be translated into actual comic form, because I'm not the one doing the sketches, and I'm just doing the line art and coloring. So maybe during the sketching progress some parts of the design will get lost. But that's just the reality of it. Of the process. Thank you. I do hope that the complexity of the design won't come back to bite me in the ass later on down the line, but knowing my tendencies when it comes to drawing, it probably will. But oh well. Luckily the design gets slightly less complex with the story moving forward, while also gaining more detail, which might sound like a contradiction, but really isn't. It's just the fact that he'll have a bit less clothing later on, at least less immaculate clothing. To be fair, I certainly wouldn't want to have him come back to bite me. That would be most unpleasant. Like, Lycans are pretty good biters. They can use their bites as a weapon, so they must be good enough to be able to at least go for some armor. You know, I never asked any to measure the strength of their bite. For that matter, I don't think I've ever met any actually. Only written about them or drawn. Technically speaking, like the what's it called? There is a non-zero probability of a thing that I'm currently drawing existing at some point in time, either in the future or in the past. It may be very slim, impossibly slim even, but it's never zero. The same with the coming back of a dinosaur. We have already found extinct fish. Or rather thought to be extinct. Since they weren't. It does sound painful, true. Looking at the fact that a normal wolf's head is about the size of a human's head, like, funny thing about humanoid furries, you don't really have to change the proportions of the body that much, because a wild wolf, if it stands up on its back legs, it's like about what? 1.6 meters wise? Like, they can be pretty fucking tall. Like, my dog, when he stands up on his back legs, can reach almost my neck with his paws. So you don't really have to imagine that hard what that would be like, because, you know, if you're really curious, you can just go into a forest and get bitten by a wolf, if there are any wolves in your nearby location. Don't recommend that, but if you are that curious, there was the rope here. Yeah, I know there are some foxes more or less near my location where I live, but I haven't seen any. I mean, I have seen one fox in my life, like a wild one. show me what you have food for, like... Yeah, like that. Well, I do hope you will get to catch one with your own eyes. They're pretty. Kinda like seeing a hedgehog in the wild. Like, you see them for only a moment, then they skitter away, but it's cool the moment it happens. And while I know they are very noisy and they do really get a lot of dirt in your house, it would be funny to have a fox as a pet. Like, I know they're wild and I know it's not a good idea, but a man can dream. Yep. It's kind of a thing with foxes and also some Samoyeds, that the Samoyeds can act like a fox essentially. Like, so my dog makes a complete mess very often. He's pretty wild in his personality. He makes really weird noises outside of just barking, and likes to jump on a lot of spaces that you really shouldn't jump on, like a cat, while also having a style of toying with things like a cat. So the only thing he's missing from being a fox, outside of the orange coat, but he can be an Arctic fox for me, is, well, he's larger than a fox, and of course he's not a fox. But lastly, he doesn't do the funny little jump where he tries to jump onto something to catch it from like underneath the snow or something like that. But if he did that one last thing, then honestly I would be more worried that well, my other dog might not have actually had kids with a different Samoyed, but with a fox. Because my dog is really stupid like that. Stupid and cute. I'll send this concept art over later for shading to Krampus. Once I get the line art and the coloring done for it. So that he can go ham. Funny thing about like enhance is that compared to, for example, these gems that I draw, but sometimes sometimes Bestians I draw also have paw pads on their fingers, but not in the form that Lycans have, because Lycans have actual like paw pads that are very similar to the ones that actual like canines have. So yep, that's a funny thing about them, and they all have them. So that's not just like a random design thing that I sometimes throw in, because maybe someone got like a biotic implant, for example, to get them. It's an actual consistent part of the design. Because one funny thing about me drawing different sorts of characters in Crimson Punk, because of biotic and cybernetic implants, I can essentially do whatever I want within the vague guidelines of a body plan of a species. Like I could, for example, do a Mezurashi with scales and feathers that looks like a Zori essentially, and that would be technically perfectly feasible because of biotics, but they can never change their like general body shape, because that's just kind of beyond what biotics can do. I mean, it is possible to change your species completely, but it's, let's say, very expensive and risky and illegal. So starting a line after that will be pretty difficult, since all of your past paperwork now is useless. Yeah, that's a decent enough hand. Right. I'll go for a moment to grab something to bite and pour myself more water, and I'll be right back. Alright. As I said, 5 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm back. Hello.
Good evening. Thank you.
Alright. Where's my pen?
Oh, here it is.
Since you two joined the stream, I will reiterate that, yeah, you can essentially, for the contest, you can draw whatever you want, as long as it follows the theme of it being fantasy, which, as you can see, I have a pretty wide definition of, since I'm drawing a tribal fairy. So essentially, just stay away from World War I and later. Thank you. And yeah, since you have already commented that step you have covered, you'll just have to, if you want to participate, send a screenshot or just a PNG or photo or whatever of your work to my email address, which is in the description of the video, with your, add your nickname that you have here in the chat, because I might not recognize by the email address. I can check it on Patreon, but it shows up the email addresses of people that are paid for, so can't tell free subscribers. that's one potion bag. Just make the rest of the bag. Oh yeah, the axe. Should probably draw the other arm first, then with the axe, because that's in the foreground. Where's my axe sketch? Here's my axe sketch. Who is this? This is Kanar, the protagonist of my comic studio's Ink Claw Studio fantasy comic that we're working on called Canis Furor. Furor, it's Latin. Essentially, it means canine fury. And he's the main protagonist of that story. He's the leader of a tribe of lichens known as the Leatherbacks, which are known for potion making and leather working. The second part mostly inherited from the Antler Takers tribe, who Kanar also is a joint chief of, because his wife, the shaman of the tribe, is from the Antler Takers. So I've had to essentially, in the design, include the fact that he is also a chieftain of a different tribe that works with deer skulls and deer bones. So that was a bit of a challenge. I think I could probably mark it a bit more in the design, but I could probably add some flair to the weapon, like a antler piercing side on the back. Oh yeah. let's add some antlers to it to spice up the design. Alright, I'll add them along the back here, so this is where to start. And one more antler going the other direction. And now for the main blade. Shoulder blade. Alright, and now for the bindings. Keep it all together. Dog sees. Cease scratching the door, please. Huh. Dogger. Okay, I also want to have a binding around here. And probably another one just around here. This looks flimsy as fuck. I know what's missing. Because we have binding points from here to there and from there from here to here, but there is no binding point like this. Alright, good enough. I can go back to doing everything else. Alright. And we have arrived at the end of yet another live stream. I'll just add some finishing touches, but yep, I hope you've had a bit of fun while watching and drawing, if you were participating, or even if you weren't, you know, maybe you decided to start drawing, you got a pen. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing your submissions, and I'll be announcing everything via my Patreon and, you know, email contact. So, yeah, I'm wishing everyone the best of luck. And, well, I dread the moment I learn what the winner will want me to draw. But, well, I've said what I've said, and I'm committed to keeping my word. So, thank you for watching tonight. Hope you'll tune in next week, next Sunday, as always, almost always. And yeah, we did get a bit of good progress. I'll probably finish it during the week and upload it to DeviantArt, Patreon, and everywhere else where I post. And yeah, thank you for joining me today once again, and see you around next